Coming to a new world. What is the New World? Well, it's North America and South America. But who is coming? Well, folks from the Old World. Old, but still lit. From across the sea. They were Europeans, the Spanish, French, English, Portuguese, Russians, and the Netherlands. From the old world to the new world. If you look in these areas in red, these are just some of the old world countries, and these are just some of the new world areas that they went to. It reads that thousands of Europeans crossed the ocean during this time period to explore and set up colonies in the New World. But why come to the New World? What was their intended consequence? Well, they wanted new opportunities. They wanted natural resources. They wanted to make money. But when did they come? Well, European exploration and colonization occurred during the 1400s through the 1600s, so about 500 years ago. During that time, they did a lot of human activities, like claiming land and setting up colonies. If you look in the areas here in yellow, those are areas claimed by the French. The areas in pink are areas claimed by the English, and the areas in green are the ones claimed by the Spanish. If you look here, is where Ohio would be in the middle of French territory. But what is a colony? A colony is a settlement of people from another nation. It can be as small as a town or as big as a city. The sole purpose of a colony is to make money for the mother country. And different groups did different things. Remember that these different European groups came from very different parts of Europe to a vastly different new world, depending on where their ships landed. They bring with them aspects or traits of their mother country. Think about England and their love for tea, bringing that quality over with them when they set up colonies in the English colonies. The English. The English settled along the east coast of North America, their mother country, of course, being England. Many were searching for religious freedom. They were taking a lot of land and they were building long term settlements. Some notable areas that show the English impact would be towns like Cambridge, Massachusetts, New York, named after the Duke of York, and then the area of the colonies known as New England. I mean, literally the New England, showing the impact of that English habitation. So you also can look at the Spanish. The Spanish settled along the west coast of South America, as well as Mexico and much of Central America. Their mother country, of course, is Spain. One of their main goals was to spread their religion, which was Catholicism or the Catholic Church. They were also looking to take land and build some long term settlements. They were also on the search for gold in some areas. Some notable areas from modern geography that still carry Spanish influences would be San Francisco, California, Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, and then the country of Costa Rica. Just to name a few of the countries and geographic areas that still hold Spanish influence to this day. The last group we're going to talk about today are the French. The French settled along a lot of the Great Lakes area, much of Canada, and claimed much of the middle of the continental United States, including Ohio. This whole area was kind of known as the Louisiana area that would eventually be bought by Thomas Jefferson in the Louisiana Purchase. Uh, Mother country, of course, is France, and their main goal is to make money. Think back to the fur trade, where they're trading beaver pelts and things like that back to their home country of France to be made into hats and scarves and things like that. They're looking for more short term settlements. Of course, they do have some long term settlements, but in that expansive area, they're putting more like outposts, just areas that they can go to reach to, work up with that fur trade and other natural resources, getting things like that. Some notable areas of modern geography that still show for France be New Orleans in Louisiana, Montreal in Quebec, and then St. Louis, Missouri, all areas that were once French territories that still hold some French influence. So, all of these different groups continue to have the three basic needs that all humans need when they come over from the old world to the new world. And can you think about what those are? They are, of course, food, clothing, and shelter. But how they go about that becomes very different. They each go about this in very different ways depending on their regions and where they're from, and how they interact with people who were already there. So, their interactions with the Native American groups, which were also vastly different depending on the region and the tribe that they were from. In part two, we'll discuss the lasting impacts of their arrival from the old world to the new world and how those impacts can still be felt today. Using your Chromebook, you'll be answering the following wrap up questions: something you learned, something you already knew, something you thought was interesting, and a question you have now. Do your best, and I look forward to reading your responses. Thank you.